State of Illinois has recently established new state driving laws, and it's very important for teens whether you think so or not. According to KeepTheDrive.com, over 4,000 teens die every year from car accidents.
First showed up on the scene, we had seen a car that was on all four tires. It was apparent that it had been in a rollover. The top was already crushed, and my first opinions were that there was somebody in the car that wasn't going home.
In late December of 2011, 3 young adults were injured in a drinking-related crash. The SUV rolled several times before it was stopped by a tree. One of the 3, an Oak Forest student, did not go home that night. How did you react when you first found out?
I was shocked. I got woken up at 4:30 in the morning by the police, and they said to me, get dressed and come around the corner. I said, where? It says around the corner, and he left. So I got dressed, went around the corner, and then there was 2 helicopters, 5 ambulances, all lit up. It was shocking, yeah. I've been through the same kind of thing.
You've been through it before?
Well, yeah, I was in a bad accident about 9 years ago, so I kind of, expected things, I guess, And
when they say most accidents happen close to home, this accident happened around the corner and less than 2 blocks away from her house. Do you remember how it happened? Can you tell me about that?
Yeah, turned onto Kilbourne, and he started blowing through stop signs, picked up speed. It was kind of wet outside, so when he blew through the 3rd stop sign, there was a dip in the road, and lost control of the car, and he was trying to gain control, smacked 1 car, and then went to go jerk it back because he hit the car, and just flipped it, and we rolled about 8 times, and then it felt like it was all so fast. Some guy came running up maybe like 2 minutes after the accident, asking if everyone was okay. I was the only one responsive. The passenger and the driver weren't responding or anything. Car was completely smashed. I could hardly see them because of how the roof was so smushed in. And then the ambulance came about a half an hour later. It felt like it was 30 seconds. They sprayed down the car so it wouldn't light on fire or anything. Found out I broke my back in 3 different spots. My hip, I had to get a hip replacement, and I shattered my ankle. The driver and the passenger ended up walking out of the hospital 2 hours later with completely fine.
There are lots of laws in place to get people not to drink and drive, although tragedies like this happen every day. So what kind of laws are in place for underage drinking and driving? Officer Gallagher had this to say.
Zero tolerance. You don't necessarily get a DUI, but your license is going to be suspended for a period of time, and then you're going to have to go to classes. And I do think if that happens, you're going to learn your lesson. You're going to pay a lot of money to get your license back. I don't know if they can even make it more strict, to be quite honest with you. It's pretty strict already.
Oak Forest High School tries its best to protect its students, although they can only do so much. Teens are 4 times more likely to crash than any other age group. And unfortunately, one of those students was Lexi. So how is Oak Forest High School going about preventing accidents like these?
We participate in Operation Teen Safe Driving, which is a grant program sponsored by IDOT, Allstate, and Ford. And it gives us some money up front to get signs that you've seen around the campus, and do some other activities with the students, and to bring in guest speakers like we've had the Cook County Sheriff Department in, some Illinois State Police in, some people with motorcycle safety, and then tomorrow we're going to have an Allstate agent come in to talk about car insurance and the cost of insurance and different things with insurance. And then hopefully we'll also get some money for a post-prom activity. Obviously prom is a time of year when sometimes kids don't practice safe driving habits and safe choices, so hopefully we'll get some more money from Operation Teen Safe Driving for post-prom materials.
KeepTheDrive.com, sponsored by Allstate, is a site led by teenagers across the country. Their goal is to get the message out to peers about safe driving. There you can find statistics, safe driving tips, and more. Unsafe driving can result in horrible consequences, so help yourself. Drive wise and stay alive. Back to the newsroom.